Embarking on the journey of twin flame love is like being thrown into the depths of a vast, unpredictable ocean. It's mesmerizing, terrifying, and utterly transformative. However, amidst this intense connection, one might find themselves or their counterpart embodying the runner's energy. Imagine two flames dancing in harmony until one suddenly flickers away, leaving a trail of smoke and mystery. If you've ever felt like your twin flame is sprinting away as if they've seen a ghost, or if you find yourself lacing up your own sneakers ready to dash, you're not alone. Let's dive deep into the 10 characteristics of twin flame runner behavior, exploring the intricate dance of connection and retreat. Imagine meeting someone whose presence feels like staring into the sun. Their light is so intense, it's almost unbearable, yet you can't look away. This is how the twin flame connection feels at first. The runner, feeling scorched by the heat of this connection, decides to sprint into the shade. He's not running because the love isn't real. He's running because it feels too real, too intense. It's like the soul recognizes its mirror image and is terrified by the depth of this recognition. Opening up to someone fully, showing them your shadow and your light, can feel like standing naked in a snowstorm, exposed and shivering. For the runner, this vulnerability feels threatening. He's built walls around their heart, not as a fortress, but as a cocoon. The prospect of someone seeing his all, the good, the bad, and the ugly, triggers a primal fear of being unworthy of love. So he runs, not because him don't care, but because he cares too much and fear that his imperfections might cause him to lose it all. Picture a deer in the woods, alert and skittish. This is our twin flame runner when intimacy knocks on the door. He craves closeness, but bolt at its touch. Why? Because intimacy is like a mirror, reflecting his deepest insecurities and unhealed wounds. He's like a songbird that fears the cage more than it desires the comfort of a nest. Have you ever looked at something so beautiful, so perfect, that you had to poke it to make sure it was real? This is how the runner feels about the twin flame connection. It's too good, too intense, too otherworldly to be true. This doubt creeps in like a thief in the night, stealing away their peace. He starts questioning everything. Is this real? Am I imagining it? The fear of being duped by their own heart, or worse, ending up heartbroken, sends his running for the hills. Sometimes our runner stands at the edge of a vast ocean, mistaking it for a puddle. He doesn't fully grasp the all-depth of the twin flame connection, treating it like any other relationship. This misunderstanding is like walking through a treasure-filled cave, blindfolded to its wonders. Embarking on a twin flame journey is like being an acorn planted in the soil, destined to become a towering oak. However, growth is never easy. For the runner, the transformation required feels overwhelming. They're asked to shed old skins, to grow beyond their current self, and this metamorphosis is terrifying. It's not just a fear of losing themselves. It's a fear of not recognizing who they'll become. So they run, hoping to escape the inevitable growth, not realizing that the path forward is the only way through. Change is like a relentless wind, and our twin flame runner is a leaf caught in its gale. The transformation required in a twin flame journey is immense, and they feel unprepared, like a sailor facing a storm without a compass. They run, seeking the safety of familiar shores. Imagine being two artists painting on the same canvas. Every stroke, every color blend is a dance of harmony and chaos. This is the beauty of the twin flame connection. However, for the runner, this interdependence feels suffocating at times. They yearn to find their own color, their own stroke, outside the shared masterpiece. Their running is a quest for self-discovery, a journey to find their own voice in the cacophony of the world. It's not a rejection of the connection, but a quest to return to it stronger, more defined. Our twin flame runner loves their freedom like a wild horse roaming the plains. The thought of losing this freedom to the intensity of a twin flame relationship is like a lasso trying to catch them. They fear that the relationship will clip their wings, so they fly away, seeking the open sky of solitude. Walking the path with your twin flame is like holding a mirror up to your soul, and not everyone likes what they see. Past wounds, long buried under the sands of time, resurface with a vengeance. For the runner, these traumas become monsters under the bed, too frightening to face. Running becomes a way to escape their own shadow, not realizing that in the light of their twin flame, these shadows can finally be healed. Delve into the runner's past, and you'll find a garden of untended wounds. These traumas are like thorns in their side, making them flinch at the touch of real closeness. To the runner, love sometimes feels like a cage. They cherish their freedom, their ability to move, to breathe, to be utterly themselves without restraint. The intensity of the twin flame connection, with its deep bond and sense of destiny, scares them. They fear that in loving fully, they might lose themselves, become trapped in a destiny not of their choosing. So they run, seeking the solace of solitude, not understanding that true freedom comes from embracing love, not fleeing from it. Let's face it, love is not just about the butterflies and the fireworks. It's also about being there, truly there, for someone else. For the runner, this responsibility can feel daunting. They're used to looking after themselves, to being a lone wolf. The thought of caring for another soul, of being accountable, is a weight they're not sure that they can bear. Running seems easier, lighter, but in the end, it's the heavy burden of regret that weighs the most. In a world that cherishes normalcy, our twin flame runner seeks refuge in the ordinary. Their relationship feels like a storm in a calm sea, and they long for the quiet waters of a normal relationship. It's like choosing a serene lake over a cascading waterfall, fearing the power of its plunge. In a world where we're taught to seek the flawless, the pristine, the runner chases an illusion. They believe that if the connection were truly the one, it would be easy, without challenges, without conflict. Every bump in the road is seen as a sign that perhaps this isn't it, that perfection lies elsewhere. They run, not realizing that true love is not found in the absence of challenges, but in the willingness to face them together. Imagine a tree trying to grow in a crowded forest, bending under the weight of surrounding trees. Similarly, our runner buckles under societal expectations, family pressures, or career demands. They're like actors on a stage, playing a role that doesn't fit, while their true self waits in the wings. At the heart of the runner's sprint is a paradoxical truth. They're running not just from their twin flame, but towards their own destiny. This journey, this running, is part of the dance, a necessary step in their soul's evolution. They run to grow, to learn, to become who they need to be for the reunion to happen. It's a call that echoes deep within their bones, a siren song that, though it leads them away, will ultimately guide them home. The twin flame runner's behavior is a tapestry woven with threads of fear, growth, and an undeniable pull towards something greater than themselves. If you find yourself in the shoes of a runner or watching your twin flame disappear into the horizon, remember this: the journey is not a straight line, but a spiral. You may feel like you're running away, but you're also circling back closer with each turn to the heart of what you truly seek.